All right, let's get into this. I do believe last time I started looking into some Godot's features, and I think this time is I started looking into see if I can make a state machine for Godot. And really, I'm just messing around and see what I can learn about Godot's features and how the process works, and different ways of trying things, seeing how the code works, and seeing how pieces interact with each other. The last time around, I did it with a 2D style level. This time around, I'm doing it with a 3D style. Wouldn't really call it a good water shader, but I made a water shader that's pretty much just a Frenzel shader with a... I should have put this... I should... There's a Frenzel shader, so a custom shader that I made. The shader graph. With a... resources flag mode, shader parameters. The noise texture, that's what it's called. Totally forgot. Which I may look into see if I can improve that, but for now, it does the job. Yeah, this is primarily me just testing out how well this stuff works. All right. Clear. At a base state to work with, and all I'm doing with these, the physics process. Go. Each one of these requires a character body to work with, which is fine. And the main character body, I have a select state that checks everything. Yeah. There we go. Cool. If current node dot get process let's look this up. See if there's a get. Process mode. What does that mean? Set process mode. We use to pause and unpause them. Oh, make the node pause based on the scene tree, make an inherent process, but oh, that's what I probably should be using. Excuse me one moment. Sorry about that. All right. Okay, so I currently have floating. I don't think it's working the way I want it to because I got test scene at main here. Oops. And should I be applying to gravity at all? Motion floating. Let's try floating. Play. Oops. Messed that up. Floor mesh. What is it complaining about? Node 3D plane relative. I don't know what it's talking about there. 1 second, let's try this again. Mess something up. Oh, I got a breakpoint there. I don't care about that. Test scene. Why is the test scene not showing the character? Let's move the camera back. Preview. Okay. Huh. Let's open this up and loading. I have a floating mode. I don't know why I'm not using that. But let's go here. And velocity y plus equals, say, divided by 100. And let's say in here, since I got an input directory, right? Loading. Character.velocity y. Why is that giving me a problem? Oh. That's whatever. Don't worry about that. And jump velocity, let's just say 5. 0. We'll say else. Let's say 0. Let's say 0 for now. Dot is action pressed. There we go. That way it forces it to go up. We'll just comment that out for now. And we'll run this project. Oh, interesting. And an error. Let's make you just bounce off the ground. Oh wait, that's not right. And current node is an error. Why would it be an error? Let's look up simple. It's not on the floor. Okay. There's no water up. Water down. Okay, so it's not detecting the water. Go to node, groups, and water should be... What's going on with water? Layer 3. Huh. Well, these bodies, static body, okay. What about the raycasters? Are there connecting bodies? Hmm. And lookup symbol. Hmm. Print water up dot get collider dot name. Let's try that out. Hmm. So it's not getting anything, not detecting any of that. Go to test scene. That's the problem. Test scene, it doesn't have it. Okay. And here. Okay. Try that again. What now? Not found. Right. Hmm. Hmm. So why is it not detecting? What is it supposed to be detecting? Try again. It keeps saying it's an error. That's not right. Well, delete this node. Okay. Now let's add in that player again. Maybe I messed something up. Okay, and let's try that again. About to change this thing to areas. Collision mass 3. Side, custom, whatever. Alright, if this doesn't work, I'll change some of the stuff to areas. And well, biscuits. Right now. Huh. Still got it backwards? Collision moving platform. Say it's floating. Oh, that's part of the problem. At the bottom detected it hit the floor constantly. That's the problem. The floor mesh needs to be on a different layer, too. And the over here down needs to detect, too. I need to renet that to floor. Okay, so if there's water above it, and there's no floor below it, it's floating. If there's no floor or no water above, it's in the air. I need to detect to see if there's any water. Hmm. Well, I could just move this water up, down. Essentially do the same thing. And make it longer. Right about there. Go down a little bit. Okay. There's a range of water. We'll try that. Whoop. Testing 3. Water above it. Oh, that's a visual instance. That's not going to work. I'm an idiot sometimes. Let's go ahead and delete these two. These are two are just picking on me, and I don't like being picked on. My own stupidity's haunting me. Okay. All right, so I'm going to add a area 3D. Create. And I'm also going to add a collision shape. I'm going to make it a sphere. Why not? And oh, this up just a little bit. Not with the whole thing. This up just a little bit. Okay. And we'll make this collision on 3. Okay. And let's hit play. Wonder which one you're going into right now. We No, it is currently in air. It is in neither. Good. It's a sign of doing something. And loading. Why is it not picking that up? We'll stop it and try again. Now I'm just confused. Okay, now let's try this. Okay. 27711, so 2771596. There is no node with that. Okay. 276991. Okay. States / in air. The physics process. They're switching back and forth. That's why it's not doing it. It's going back and forth. There we go. Right, well, there's no water up. And there's the problem. Bam. Water up. There we go. That should do it. Okay. You're 2 and you're 3. Over here, area. You guys are supposed to be doing areas, which is correct. There we go. Now let's try it. Perfecto. Perfecto. Let's try this now. There we go. Loading. I must have left the range. So we'll just add a mesh instance to it. Create. And we'll do a sphere. There we go. That way I can at least see it. Add a noise texture. Gradient. That's good enough for now. And camera 3D. Cool. And it just goes up, which is good because I want it to air. One of the code is just makes it go up. Go in air. Do like that. Try that again. Cool. Make it like a little bubble fish game. All right, cool. Neato, 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 neato. All right. I wonder if they have a Godot document. on the Godot website. Hmm. Well, this is interesting. I do have a tutorial for a third-person shooter, which I think is neat. But I'd rather just view the files, because I don't really need to do a third-person shooter, per se. Let's see here. Crosshair, bullet. Don't need that. Oop, shivers. And land, wave, sleep. Don't need that. Main. Oh, you know what I could use? I could use a spring arm. Let's do that. Let's create a spring arm. Wonder, add a there we go. Spring arm. CD shape. Um, I guess let's do a sphere. And put the camera underneath that. I think. Go for spring arm. Let's see here. Spring form is imagine a spring mechanism in a 3D game environment. You use create dynamic camera movements. Well, I guess we'll leave it like that. We'll just leave it like that for now and delete that. Necessarily absolutely needed. But we will just move it closer in general. And you... And play. Okay, so what we can do now, I can add up or down to these states. As it's floating, once it's in there, then it's in air. Huh. See, that's not necessarily in air, though. It's at the top of it. So I guess, let's see here. Project settings. Go to input map. Show built-in actions. There's shift. Tab. Okay. KP enter. I'll just hmm. And space. I'll just use the UI shift previous. I'll just use tab. UI text indent. If input dot get action is what? Uh, Dex. Okay. Okay. We'll do this. Just double its speed times 2. Okay, cool. And we'll do it like this as well. That's an air. Let's go to floating. Now the if. That's too much. Let's move it up here. Cool. Divided by 100.0. It's a very slow descent. Here we go. It's slowly falling. Cool. Now we need the character body dot velocity equals better yet, it's not toward 3.3. Oh, come on. 0. Zero. Yeah, let's make it 10. Cool. Yeah, let's make this 10 as well. See if this helps. There we go. Luke. Cool. And go down here. Luke. Luke. Cool. All right. So there is some state I need to correct here. For now, there's in the air and then there's floating in the water, but then there's buoyant. Check and see what I got my state. Is underwater is the state that it needs to be. So I need to correct that. So let me go ahead and create the underwater and then floating, and I'll move all that code over to underwater. Yes. And then there's floating portion, which is kind of halfway out the water. Hmm. Well, do I want to have them jump from bubble to bubble or to stay in the water? Bubble to bubble sounds more fun. Might have them just do bubble to bubble. Well, yeah, let's just go ahead and create the underwater node. Create a child node. Oops. Yeah. New script. We'll go up here to scripts. State, player, play state, underwater. Let's do state. Base state, inherit, create. We'll change this type to A base state change. Okay, cool. And we'll do this. Alrighty then. Go ahead and remove this. Func. Physics process. Go here. Okay. All right. Okay, so not quite sure. If we look at the here, and as long as it detects water above there, it should be fine. Go to script here. And view floor. And the water down, water down. Okay. So floating is water down. Okay. Yeah, there's water down them, but there's no water up, so you're floating. And not on floor, whatever that means. In air, there is no water down. Not on the floor. Is underwater is there's floor up and water down. Okay. Not sea floor. I won't worry about that one yet. We'll do some changes here in a bit. Yeah, it needs to be if it's floating, there's water up and water down. And There we go. There is no water up because you go to the surface. There was no water up, and there's no water down. Okay, that's the difference. Cool. Probably need to add on enter state versus leave state, which is fine. If I have enter state versus leave state, I can remove the current node. Set process to true. I can do that on the base class to do that. Yeah. All right. Cool. Okay, let's move this down here. Cool. Yeah, this would help tremendously. Yeah, I'll fix that in a minute. But for now, I think this is fine. Pass. Put it like this. That way I have a way to get out of it. Cool. That way I get out of it. Okay, I'll be right back, guys. I gotta go check on something. Hey, sorry about that. All right, let's go back to the script. Some of you guys are like, he doesn't know what he's doing. He's doing all his cockamamie ideas. You're right. I don't know what I'm doing. I am trying a bunch of cockamamie ideas. but that's how I learn. And I'm okay to look like a fool while I'm learning. Won't be a fool for long. Water down. Okay. Current node. And actually, I can just print the current node name. Print current node dot name and play. Whoa. Yep. Hold on 1 second. Okay, so why is it not printing the name? Okay, and let's play. Physics and air. There we go. And continue. Underwater. Perfect, that's what I'm looking for. Cool, that's what I'm looking for. Gets to floating. Floating. There's a little correction, but floating. Sink you back down. Cool. Oop. Cool beans. This is more of just a physics issue now, but shoot. Shoot. I'm gonna do a move towards. Oop. Cool. So what if I did test scene area 3D? Say I just said this is water body. I duplicated it. Okay, and then I duplicate it again. Got all these bowls we're going into now. And I duplicate it again. This time there's a little space in between. Let's try that out. And oh, I missed it. I think that's okay. Do it like that. And boop, there we go. Boop, there we go. Boop. Boop. Split. Ooh. Boop. And boop. Cool. Cool. So I got it to where it moves in and out. It is detecting a floating section. I think I'll take out on the seafloor. I think that's just too much for now. Yeah, I'm just going to ignore it. Yeah, it's just too much. It's floating. There's no water up, but there's water down. Isn't air. And this may need to change to a different way of detecting it if I'm doing spheres, which is okay. But I'll put a tag here. Do update to work better with sphere or bubbles or segmented floating water. There we go. Save that. Okay. This velocity move toward at a certain speed. How about we look at the player and its states? Minus equals is one thing. Plus equals 5. And let's see here. Let's see if that does anything. Woo! Yep, way too fast. I'll do 0.5. Now. Whoop. Whoa, oh. So I need to set a cap on how fast this can affect how my speed on overall. So let's go ahead and remove this. I don't necessarily need that anymore. I do see a move toward So we'll do this. We'll velocity. Man, if I knew how to spell, my life would be easier. There we go. Dot y equals clamp f dot clamp. Nope. That's not helping. What? Float. Okay. Well, let's look here. Godot for clamp. Look up clamp velocity. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Try this again. Clamp F. F10. 10. Try this now. All right. That clamp seems to help. Cool. Now, while in the air, I don't need to be jumping. Cool. Yep. In the air. Floating. It can't jump while I'm floating. All right, let's try this again. So you can't jump as high. But if I go all the way down and jump, whoop, I jump higher. That's the look effect I'm looking for. Whoop. Whoop. And I can only fall so fast. There we go. Cool. Cool beans. No, I don't like the way the X and Y velocity feel. So I am going to do a move toward with that one. No, 0. Wait. Velocity X. Um, Speed times max speed at the rate of speed. Yeah, we'll do it like that. Do this one on the Z. Okay. That's going to 0. And we'll make sure X, we'll say max speed for these. Negative max speed and positive max speed. That way, if something decides to speed us up, we'll do that like this. Input. This is the fast I can put input speed at. And this is the max speed. Yeah, that makes more sense overall. Z and Z. And we'll make this fine. But we'll say max speed is 4. Only ever go twice that fast. Cool. All right. And go down a little bit. And up. Huh. Max speed is... I don't think the move towards doing what I want it to do. Plus equals... Do it like that. Try it like that. Oh, yeah. That's not good. I'm messing that up. Bases. Equals velocity dot normalize. I don't think I'm doing this correctly. I gotta do more testing with this. Times input max speed. I am curious what that would look like. It is messing with the y-axis. Hmm. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I don't want that. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, 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 nope. Let's do 5. Ooh. Actually, once I'm in the air, should I be able to move or not? I don't think so, but I'll leave it like that for now. Hmm. See, I guess that's the next part I need to research for this game is how do I handle the actual velocity input? Let's see here. Hmm. So right now, it's just straight doing that. Some areas are still faster, I should say. If I go here, I say, oh, velocity.y, and maybe I shouldn't do the velocity directly, except just saying, hey, use this y value from the character body, which takes all a look at the base of this class, This takes in a character body. So it's making me wonder, did I set up a good state machine for this? Because right now this is constantly running every frame. Maybe I should move this around to where every state class has its own input setup. So I'm trying to avoid having a class for character body for this. Because we'd like to use these state machines in different contexts. But if it's just for players, then okay. Well, I'm going to call that it for tonight, guys. I need to do some research on this. But I would appreciate it if you give me some ideas for what kind of tutorials of games you guys want me to make. I can try to do them during my live stream or make a tutorial about it. For that, thank y'all for watching. Have a good one.